Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Victory back with another one. Today I'm gonna do a story that to me doesn't make a lot of sense, but just for the sake of it, I'm gonna read along. Uh, You know, we're gonna pretend that it's a story nonetheless. But let's get into it. This is a USMMA student, not MMA, not UFC or anything, but a USMMA student of 20 years old strangled his mother over eviction notice that ordered him to find a job, keep his room clean, and to stay home. To stay at home forever? He don't get to go out or nothing? I guess he didn't take that too kindly as we go along with the story. As we travel through the story, excuse me. A U.S. Merchant Marine Academy student is approaching trial in Indiana for allegedly strangling his mother after she handed him an eviction notice that requests that he find a job and keep his room clean in common areas of his home. Well, I guess if you live with her, you must abide by the rules, even if you're 20 years old. That's her house at the end of the day, unless you decide to move and find your own place and live by yourself, where nobody can tell you anything. You don't have to keep up your room. You don't have to stay home. You can do whatever. But that's not the case here. Anyway, Connor Cobold, 20 years old, admitted to the heinous crime as soon as police arrived in February at the Valparaiso home he shared with his mother, Chanel Burns, an assistant vice president in advance at Loyola University, Chicago. He reportedly told officers he offed somebody and told them where they could find his mother, clinging to life before asking to be handcuffed. That's nice. He just asked to be handcuffed after he did that to his mother. You see that face right there? God damn. Man, he aged hard, didn't he? He don't even look 20 years old. Man, he look like he's twice his age. Anyway, Burns was rushed to the hospital with ligature marks on her neck and suspected brain damage. She succumbed to her injuries 2 days later. Yeah, I'm going to continue to read. Her death was ruled a homicide by asphyxiation secondary to manual strangulation. I guess so. After he then choked her to death. Imagine taking a tight squeeze, tight as you can around somebody's neck, like the cops did Eric. What's that? What's his name in New York, where he got when he was choked to death after he was, I guess, caught selling cigarettes. I forget his name, but yeah, he was choked to death too, just like this dude did his mother. Anyway, he is accused of committing the matricide after Burns gave him an eviction notice that outlined conditions he needed to meet within a 30-day time frame to stay in the family home. If you want to stay here, you got to abide by the guidelines that I give you. Otherwise, your ass is gone. He was required to find a full-time job, keep his room clean, and contribute to the cleanliness of common areas of the home, charging documents show. According to his LinkedIn account, Cobo was pursuing a Bachelor of Science degree at a USMMA Kings Point, Long Island. So there's the mother right there. All because she gave him like simple instructions, to find a job, keep the room clean, and all that stuff. Stay home, which I don't know about the staying home part. That's no fun. Staying home all day, not going anywhere. Why he was living at home at the time of the tragedy, or whether he dropped out of school, is not clear. The USMMA did not immediately respond to the post request. Cobo does have a history of mental health issues. He told the judge in February that he had been an inpatient in 2 mental health facilities and seen 5 different therapists. 5 different different purpose. So I guess they all have mental issues, which is what explains their behavior, which explains why they would choke somebody out if if they didn't like the rules. He attempted to represent himself in court, telling the judge that the only person who can explain what happened and why it happened is himself. He was appointed a public defender in April, so he represented himself. He has pleaded not guilty to the charges of aggravated battery and murder in connection to his mother's death. Burns, 43 years old, that means she had him when she was 23, was an assistant vice president in advancement operations and campaign planning to Loyola University in Chicago, according to the school's website. I mean, where's the father? How come he ain't in the picture? Her obituary tragically states that Cobalt was the most important thing in her accomplished life. Who the fuck the most important thing to her life would do something like that? If you were to ask Chanel's friends what mattered most to her, you will get a universal response: her son. Love her loved ones. Man, that's kind of hard to read. Chanel worked tirelessly to build an invaluable life for the two of them, ensuring he had every opportunity to succeed. She took great pride in being a mother and poured all her resources into building a supportive and loving environment. That must be your only kid, then. I mean, a son husband gone bad, huh? Well, I guess that's the end of the story there. He's representing himself. He pleaded not guilty, but I think he's gonna go in the hole for a long time. Y'all tell me what you think of this sick story. Does it make sense, or do you think it's true? I don't think it makes sense of why he chose the strangler. I guess they left off the part there when the two was arguing or some shit. You know, the news is not gonna include all that in this story, but be that as it may, y'all let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.